Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're joined now by Senators head coach DJ Smith. Please use the raise hand function if you'd like to ask DJ a question. We'll start this morning with Gord Wilson at TSN 1200.
Okay, Coach, good morning. I know it's probably easier said than done, but carrying on as if business is as usual, is that pretty much what you have to do here?
Absolutely. It's not the ideal situation. Connor Brown and Dylan Gambrell have been placed in COVID protocol. Will not play in Boston. We recalled Sokolov and Sabarin. It has to be, it's not a confirmed case just yet. So there is a chance that they play at home, but they won't travel with us. So certainly shorthanded, but it's a chance for our group to come together, and there's no excuses in pro sports. Things have to carry on.
With the numbers growing, Coach, and this is the last one for me, with the numbers growing, does it simply serve as a reminder that we're still very much in the throngs of a pandemic?
Well, absolutely. I think, it happens. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's a global pandemic, and I was looking at the numbers yesterday. There's 48 million people in the United States, have it. So that's, one in six get it. And I think it's 1 in 8 in Canada at the moment. It's not ideal. But in saying that, it's an opportunity for someone else, if guys are out, to come in and show what they can do.
We'll go to Bruce Garriock at Post Media.
Hey, DJ, just a couple for you. Just, do you have to remind your players and staff as well to, when you're on the road in the United States, we talked about this before you left on that trip about taking the proper precautions?
Absolutely. Pierre spoke to the group at length about it. Going to that trip, it's the first time we've been to the States since March of a few years ago. And everyone understood. But it's hard to pinpoint where it starts or how it starts. I mean, it happens, and we're not going to put blame on people. It's not anyone's intention here. It happens. We don't know where it started, but it did, and now we have to deal with it, and we'll get through it.
You brought up Brandstrom, and I just wanted to ask about him. What are the reports on him from Belleville?
Well, Belleville has struggled, us having their players, some guys up here. So we've taken some of their veterans, they've won a couple recently. But, Brandy come off, he scored a goal. I mean, going down there is just for him getting reps. I mean, his thing is he has to show he can do it in the National Hockey League. And, he's going to get an opportunity here. I mean, we knew he'd get an opportunity anyways at whatever point. He was the one guy that could go down, didn't require waivers. So, he's going to get an opportunity here. And let's hope that he performs the way we think he can.
Mark Broussard, LeBlanc.
Yeah, hi DJ. Just curious, are you bringing other extra players just in case you have results tomorrow?
No, we aren't. They'll travel in right away as soon as we get our results. Everyone was tested today, and as soon as we get those results, if there's more guys that are placed on the protocol, we will have guys, that'll have to drive in and get to the game.
We'll go to Claire Hanna at TSN.
Hi, DJ. I'm just curious, what's the mood like on the team given this, let's call it minor outbreak at this point?
Well, I mean, first off, guys, I'm sure are worried about their health. This isn't something anyone wants. It's nothing to play with. I mean, sports has to be second when it comes to your health in something like this. So the guys seemed a little down today, obviously losing players and guys out with injuries, and, we haven't been winning. So that's typical, but you know what? No one feels sorry for anybody. We'll pick ourselves up. We'll have a good morning skate tomorrow morning. And we'll get ourselves going. And we got to find ways to play 60 full minutes, whether we have some key guys out or not. We've got to continue to check better. I thought against Tampa we did. We made a couple major mistakes late, but our schedule's been filled with real good teams, and we haven't responded. But hey, there's a lot of games left, and I suspect that this is going to pull us closer together.
And just to follow up on that, DJ, are you ramping up testing? Or are you taking any extra precautions as you head on this road trip now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we won't leave the hotel. We'll have to order food in. We'll do all the things we did a year ago to make sure we can put a stop to this. You know, and guys have masks, and they're doing everything they can to try not to get it. So we'll do everything we can to get up back and healthy. And in the meantime, you know, the guys that play are going to have to get the job done.
Ian Mendez, The Athletic.
Hey, DJ, just two questions for you. One to kind of just follow up on what Claire asked. So do you move to daily testing right now, given your situation?
Yes, daily testing so that we're aware. So usually you get the test when you come in the morning, and then you get it right back first thing the next morning. And that's what happened. Also, I also forgot to mention Jack Capuano has been placed on COVID protocol as well. So he won't join us on the road. But yeah, it's daily testing now. So we're going to try and get through this, you know, I mean, because every time a guy tests positive, that kind of starts the chain of who was around that guy. So we've got to get a stretch here of 3, 4, 5 days of no positives. And I think we'll get through this.
And sorry, a couple of more follow-ups, actually. So with Jack not being behind the bench, how will the defense kind of run tomorrow?
We're going to talk about that as a staff. Either Davis Payne or Bob Jones will go back there and run it. Bob Jones ran the defense for 22 years, you know, in the OHL, and has done it for a long time. So we'll talk as a staff and decide what we're going to do there. Davis obviously is with the power play, so we'll see what works best for us. But we have enough bodies and enough people to get the guys out there.
And my last one would be Igor Sokolov. Looks like he'll get an opportunity to play. What did you see out of him in training camp? And what does he maybe need to do to be successful at this level?
Well, he started really good. I mean, and he has power. He has ability to get on the forecheck. He can score goals. He's big. He's strong. And as training camp went on, he looked like he got a little fatigued, and the NHL was a little much. And much like Drake Batherson looked at the same age. And, you know, that's why they go back to the American Hockey League. And then when they're ready, you know, they come back up. So this is kind of a forced one. I don't think he would be up right away. But let's see where it's at. And, you know, maybe it's only 1, 2, 3 games. But he's a guy that could score, and he's a guy that's going to be a good player here for a long time. We just, you know, we're going to take our time with him and make sure, you know, when he gets here, it's right. But in this situation, we need him now.
We've got time for a couple more questions. We'll take one from Murray Pam at Full Press NHL.
Hi, DJ. Tyler Ennis, he was out with an illness on the weekend. Will he be available tomorrow?
Yeah, he's tested negative. He actually just had we've had, outside of COVID, we had a viral thing going through our room, and we just haven't been the same. We haven't had, you know, a lot of guys have been under the weather. Some were able to play there the last couple of games, you know, some couldn't. Tyler couldn't, you know, but he does not have COVID at this point. So we got to get by this and get healthy and get our legs back.
For the final one, we'll go to Gord Wilson at TSN 1200.
Hockey-wise, Coach, what do the Bruins give you, and have you decided on a starting goaltender for tomorrow?
No, we haven't started on a starter yet. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But well, they have one of the best lines in hockey. You know, I watched 3 or 4 of their games yesterday. They play the right way. They check. They have a lot of older players that have been in the league a long time. You know, outside of their top line, you've got, you know, Hall, Smith, and Coyle on the second line, which is a lot of other teams, you know, maybe a lot of other teams, 1B line. So, I mean, they're a really good hockey team. We know that, and they're trying to win it right now. And, you know, we're going to have to stay above them and check. And I thought we did that the other day for the most part until we made a couple big mistakes in the third period. But, you know, we have to continue to just check. And I think this will bring us closer together. I think this will force us into checking. I think sometimes, you know, when you're young, you want to score. And a lot of times that opens it up for the other team. I've seen Tampa Bay coming of age of Stamkos and these guys. I had seen them play 4 or 5 years ago, you know, and the way they play now compared to then, the way they check. And, you know, the sooner we can get to that, the sooner we're going to win games.